Hi students, welcome to the channel. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic. Does WorkX really matter? The reason why we are giving this video at this point of time is because most of the colleges are getting over very shortly and some colleges are already over, and the students who are actually aspiring for an MBA are already having a lingering thought in their mind whether they mandatorily need some work experience or is it okay without work experience thoughts. We are getting a lot of queries during the classes as well. So that's why we thought we can address it using this video actually. So let us get into the video. Lot of people talk for entering into B school for MBA especially, we need work experience, at least 2 years, at least 3 years, or at least 1 year minimum. Only then we will be able to understand the logics better, concepts better. Ahmedabad has at least 70% of the people with work experience. Bangalore has at least 60%. Lot of thoughts, lot of talkings. But how much is it true? We never know. Because there is a percentage saying at least 40-45% of the students in the B schools are freshers. If that many freshers are there, then automatically we can say work experience is important, of course, but at the same time it is not exactly mandatory. So with this, let us see what are the various classifications. I can always classify this into 2-3 parts, that's all. The first part being working professionals. When I say working professionals who are already working in corporates or wherever, please don't leave your job. That is the first thing, because we always get some queries stating, sir, it's very difficult to manage between CAT preparation and my work preparation. I have to work for at least 13 hours. I have to work for at least 16 hours a day. So within the remaining 8 hours preparing for CAT and my sleeping, everything is going for a toss. So it's very difficult. Whatever it might be, that should be the last resort. You are not expected to leave your job, because especially when you have a job and then you have a gap between the exam and this thing, it might not be, I wouldn't say it will be, it might not be taken well by the panelists. So it is always better to give your best how much ever time. So let us say you have only 8 hours for yourself, give 2 hours for preparation, 5 hours for sleep and 1 hour for your other activities. So that's how you are expected to manage time. End of the day, what is MBA? It's all about time management as well. Extremely important, time management. So you need to be on your toes all the time. If you get even 1 hour in a day, give that best for CAT preparation. So that's how we need to go. So working professionals, I would always say strictly no to quit your job. Unless and until it becomes extremely tedious or tough. Before that, please talk to your mentors. Before that, talk to your seniors. Before that, talk to the people who are very close with you, who will be able to guide you better. Not just close, who will be able to guide you better. So when you talk with all these people, you will know, even if not this year, next year at least I will be able to make it up. So that is a kind of thing we should have in our mind. But as much as possible, don't quit your job, guys. That's very important. Second thing, maximum work experience. This is again, a lot of people come and talk like, sir, I have 7 years of work experience. Will I be able to get a 2-year MBA? I have 9 years of experience. Will I be able to get a 2-year MBA? It's 100% possible, because I personally have seen a lot of students entering into IIM Bangalore with 12-13 years of experience. 12-13 years of experience. I'm not just talking about 7-9 for a 2-year MBA program. And going back to 2011 or 12, I don't recollect the exact year. It's Trichy's third year of inception. So Trichy was opened in the year 2011, if I am not wrong. So 2014, one of my students at the age of 41 at that time. At that time he was 41. He was working with BSNL as well. He came and was talking to us like, sir, I am at 41. I have reached the maximum promotion that my organization can offer me. Now they want me to do an MBA from some top B schools. Only then I'll be able to get promoted to the next level. Else I have to stay in the same level. Or after a point, if the other people are not getting promoted, then I might have to get VRS. So this was a concern for that 41-year-old person. We asked him to write CAT. He actually wrote CAT. He got an admission in IIM Trichy for a 2-year program. So you can imagine how much of experience a 41-year-old person would be having. So he got a 2-year program admission. So the maximum year, it all depends. So it all depends on how we are able to justify why you want to do that program especially. Some people will say after 4 years or 5 years, I want to do an executive program. That's perfectly fine. So that is your wish. So if you want to know that will I be able to do an MBA with very high work experience like 9 years, 10 years? Yes, it is possible. So don't bother about the maximum work experience limit at all. It is not a problem. Now coming to the second part, that is freshers. If freshers have an offer of a job or an intern, please take it up. Even though when you are going to fill your form, the application, the CAT application form will actually ask your experience only till July 31st. It's not after that, it's only till July 31st. So you will hardly have 1 month or 2 months of experience till the form is submitted. But once you write CAT and if you are getting selected and when you go for the interview, the first question will be, what are you doing? That means if you tell them that I quit the job, that doesn't look good at all, because then people, then the panelists especially, will start thinking this person is not able to multitask. As a manager, I mean, why do we do an MBA? From being manager. As a manager, if I am not able to multitask, then I don't see you being a manager. That is how the panelists will perceive a candidate. So if you have an offer, whether it is a job or an intern, please take it up so it doesn't show any kind of break in your career. So that is the first and foremost thing, because being multitasking is the first and foremost thing any B school and the panelist will look for. If a fresher is coming out without a job, that doesn't matter, because anyway you don't have a job, so that means try to do some online courses at least, which will actually help you in the long run. Let us say you are interested in something like multimedia, or you are very much interested in marketing. Do a couple of certification courses that will actually add value in the long run. So that means when you go for the interview, you can actually tell a day I was able to spend around 4 to 5 hours for the course and I have learned this. That means your interview will be able to go in that particular direction at least to a certain extent. So that is extremely important. So job without an offer, don't worry. As I told, it is not so much mandatory. So still you will be able to do with some kind of online courses. Even for people with experience or with an offer and all, if you are able to do an online course, let us say you are so much interested into marketing, do a couple of certification courses from marketing. So that means when you go for the interview, you can always tell, I am interested in marketing and this is the certification that I have done and I am able to know better about it. So I want to learn, explore much deeper about marketing or finance, whatever course you are interested. So the panelists will actually be very much impressed. So that means you will be in the top 10 or 15% of the students who had actually done that kind of research, guys. So this actually helps a lot. Now coming to the last part, corporate versus startups versus family business. So what is this actually? When we talk about corporate or MNCs, this gives you instant recognition. Why do I say the word instant recognition like an instant coffee? Because the moment you go, let us say you got placed at a very big company like Bosch, that means the panelist will know you have already gone through a very tougher process. You would have gone through a written test, you would have gone through your technical test, you have gone through your HR interview, everything. That means you already have certain set of skill set with you. Now the remaining skill set would be tested upon your work experience stuff. So this is a very instant recognition. Coming to startup, I am not talking about the startup that you want to start. No, that is not the case. Working in a startup. When I work in a startup, I have certain advantages and disadvantages. Because advantages will be, if the startup has grown after you started the work by a good margin, and what is the contribution that you are able to make it up, that gives a very good impression on you. Because after you go, you contributed in these areas and the organization has grown. That gives a very good value about you. If not, then that will be perceived as you don't want to work in a big company or don't have the skill set to work over there and you just want to have a work experience to show it up for MBA. So it all depends on the panelist on how they want to perceive. So you being in a startup, put your best, try to grow the organization and you also grow in the process. That will help a lot actually. In fact, in many cases it will help more than the corporates also. Finally, coming to family business, this is a double-edged sword. But if you are planning to do an MBA abroad, this actually gives more value than a corporate setup or a startup setup, whatever. It actually gives more value. But when it comes to Indian MBA, most of the panelists will tend to think that it's being a family. As a person, you are directly given an offer just like that. But it is as I told, it's a challenge also. You need to prove them that you have worked over there, you are able to make these kind of strategies in finance or these kind of strategies in marketing, or you did certain things in operations such that the production of your organization increased, or such that the profit of the organization actually started increasing. If you are able to justify that, and if you actually have your name in the payroll, and if your salary is also getting credited, this also helps a lot. So everything put in a nutshell, work experience matters for the people who are with with more than 2 years of graduation or something, but again it is not so mandatory, because we have seen a lot of people with 2 years, 3 years of gap doing nothing, and still appearing for CAT and still getting into top B schools. All the best.